It's a contentment. Now, coming to Piyush sir, uh, what's the difference between doing business for the sake of business or doing business to really solve a particular problem? Of course, we understand from the product and service domain, uh, people understand what's the difference between the two. But for an entrepreneur, from their mindset point of view, uh, how challenging it is, or probably uh, it's not about already running product you're getting into Me Too kind of a product or a service, and then you're trying to encash on the existing market, but rather it's about creating something new from scratch. It's about creation, it's about invention, it's about building something brick by brick. As an entrepreneur, how different it is and the challenges associated around it, sir.
So, first thing I must say that if you're not selfish, you can't become a good entrepreneur. You've got to differentiate between being selfish and being self-centered. Being selfish means I want to do something which gives me happiness. That's about that. It's about getting happiness. Now the question is, do I get happiness out of making more money or doing something good for society? It's a personal choice. So there is no right or wrong here. Let's accept it. Today, most large companies are talking about triple bottom line, which means you make financial gains, you make social gains, and you also make ecological gains through a business. Then only you are seen as a good corporate citizen. The latest example is Unilever actually doing a lot of initiatives so that they are saying that we are much better than corporate citizens. Now you just reverse it. Therefore, if I am doing something which gives me happiness and I also make others happy, nothing can be better than that. So, one of the, and it has nothing to do with size, let's accept it. It has nothing to do with the size of the business, size of the operations that you are doing. We'll come to that discussion on whatever you're doing, how do you scale it, how do you replicate it, that's a different question altogether. So the first question is, if I am not looking within, which means I'm doing business by looking outside, I'm an opportunist. If I'm looking within and then creating something, then I'm actually creating something good for me as well as for society. So to me, entrepreneurship is not business, entrepreneurship is not about creating products. Actually, entrepreneurship is a journey of yourself within yourself. How deep you want to go within yourself, where do you want to take yourself is what an entrepreneur does. And therefore, when we say the kind of people that you're talking about in the book, how could they survive such shocks, right? How you survive ups and downs of your business? How do you actually make sure that even things are going tough, you also become tough, right? This can only happen if you have a resolve, not a business. Only if I promise to myself that I will do this, then only you will do it. So this is where in most of the discussion that we have with the startups, what we say is that what I say, keep saying that please differentiate between passion and emotion. And one of the reasons of failures of startups is a lot of people get into the business because of emotion and euphoria. और इमोशन का क्या है ना, पहला झटका लगता है सारे इमोशन फिर चले जाते हैं, सारे इमोशन खत्म हो जाते हैं. जितना सुना कि अच्छा इसको सुन के किया, इस आदमी को देख कर रहे हैं, रोल मॉडल बनाया, जहाँ पहला झटका लगा ना सारे इमोशन खत्म हो जाते हैं, राइट? So it has to be here. अब अगर आपके अंदर पैशन नहीं है, परसिवरेंस नहीं है, तो छोड़ दो. Therefore, the easy way out of entrepreneurship is you fulfill demand, then creating demand, which is where trading becomes the most important contributor. So I'm not creating anything. I'm just saying, नदी बह रही है, उसमें 2-4 बाल्टी पानी निकाल दूंगा. मेरे को फायदा हो गया, बहुत सारा बाल्टी में पानी आ गया, घर में बहुत सारा अच्छा हो गया, मेरा मकान बन गया, एजुकेशन मेरा बढ़ गया, सब कुछ अच्छा हो गया. So I am being what essentially saying, I only fulfill demand, I don't create demand. Now if there is the kind of situation that we have been facing, kind of situation that we've lived in this country so far, creating demand is a very difficult task, fulfilling demand was very good, easy to do. So most of us, and like we say, we've been traders, right? If you go back to history, 2000 years, we have traded, we have not added any value. If you go back and see what value addition the country has done within itself, it's very, very, very disheartening that for 2,000 to 3,000 years, we have only been commodity traders, not even value-added products. In fact, the first factory in this country was set up by a Persian who came from France. Tatas. Jamshedji, right? First factory was set up by Parsi gentleman who came from France. Not that not in India. Not in India. When you looked at glassware, you said Egyptian glasses, right? When you say the best cotton, Egyptian cotton. Whereas here is Calico Museum, which says that we used to supply cotton to Cleopatra. That was somewhere in between we lost the plot. Not that we are not creative. So if you go back years ago, traditionally we were value creators. That's why हम सोने की चिड़िया क्यों थे? क्योंकि value creators थे. From there we became value consumers. And बहुत convenient था. We were full of raw material, we were full of natural resources, full of agriculture. ट्रक में डालो, सब ट्रक नहीं था क्योंकि एड्रेस नहीं. ट्रक में डालो, that was the easiest way of doing things. And people became rich because of that. So any story that if you look at it, right? चंदा मामा की कोई भी कहानी पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें लिखा था राजा था और एक वांटे क्या बोलते हैं उसको बणिक था. बनिया था. वही कहानी होती थी ना. दो ही लोग पैसे वाले दो ही होते थे. या तो राजा होता था या जो ट्रेडर था. जितने भी कुम्हार हुए, अपने मोची हुए, वो सब गरीब होते थे. जितने आर्टिजन्स थे, unless they were patronized, जितने भी आर्टिजन्स, unless they were patronized, they did not survive. थाई कौन करता था? ट्रेडर. तो हमने बोला कहाँ अच्छा माल मिलता है, उठाओ वहाँ से और मार्केट में पहुँचा दो. That's exactly the challenge I'm facing today. अगर 2000 साल से हमने सिर्फ ट्रेडिंग किया है, तो R&D करेंगे कहाँ से? These are exceptions. जीन्स में है नहीं. जीन्स क्या सलवार में भी नहीं है. It's not there, right? We are simply saying, and I'm not blaming. Okay, I'm not saying right or wrong. This is how it has been. So which means the whole social system that is existing here is not something that promotes R&D. It's one of the biggest problems. And therefore anybody who's coming, creating something new, of course this is true of almost the human race. Anything new, the first thing that will come is, पागल हो गया, क्या कर रहा है मालूम नहीं. Right? And when you go to explain, बोले तुम बोल रहे हो समझ में नहीं आता है, मतलब क्या बोलते रहते हो. Right? ऐसे ही होता है. हाँ? कहाँ फंस गए? So when you try to, so therefore now look at it. When you try to solve a solved problem, everybody appreciates. Right? तो सबको मालूम है कि इसमें अच्छे से होता है. This is a successful way of doing things. But when I start solving unsolved problem, the biggest threat or biggest resistance comes from the people around me, around us. 99% of people around us are non-believers in our ideas.
Is it because they have not done themselves?
Exactly.
Yeah.
99%, right? Therefore, when I'm trying to solve, so who's an entrepreneur therefore? Right? I can be a great entrepreneur, and that's what I'm differentiating between entrepreneurs and business. I can be a great businessman without being an entrepreneur.